Well, good evening. Good to have you guys here. This is a fun thing to do. To give the money away, I need to make an announcement like I did last year. Christopher, our manager of the management company here, makes an announcement when we videotape meetings like this, because if you don't want to be a part of that, perchance to be videotaped, I'm giving you a chance to leave and you can leave now. That's the same result I got last year, and no one left. So thank you very much for staying and doing the video. 2 minutes about what you guys do.
The American Association of University Women sincerely thanks the Sun Lakes Charity Trust for this donation. This is the 19th year we've been honored. You have honored us with money. After this year, we'll have brought nearly 6,000 8th grade girls from Banning and Beaumont school districts to Mount San Jacinto College for our STEM conference. They spend a day at the college where women who work in the science, engineering, technology, and math fields have volunteered their time to discuss their own path to success and to encourage young women to take as much math and science as they can in high school. With these courses under their belts, many doors to rewarding careers are going to be open to them. In addition to the careers, the girls listen to motivational speakers who have made successful, fulfilling lives by setting goals, dreaming big, and persisting. In addition to this conference, this donation helps us send a few girls each year after 7th grade to a week-long Tech Trek camp that's held at universities throughout California. To be accepted into this program, the teachers have to recommend the students.
Yes, I'm a Sun Laker and proud of it. But I'm also on the board of directors of the ARC of Riverside County. And I didn't even thank you. I should have said thank you for your generosity towards the ARC. Your 2018 donation will be earmarked for the Ray Strebe Resource Center facility located at 702 East 11th Street here in Beaumont. Our mission for over 65 years has been to provide a significant increase in the quality of life and a sense of value for those with intellectual and other developmental disabilities. The Beaumont facility has been in existence for over 40 years, providing day services, vocational and job training, social interaction, self-interaction, self-help skills, community awareness, integration, and job placement in our community. I like to refer to our organization as the what for parents and guardians with those developmental disabilities, that when the special education is over, and I, as a parent of a disabled person, thought, what do I do now? To give you an example of what we have accomplished in our training for some of our clients, I'd like to show you a couple of items they have produced. How's that? Yes? Yes, it was sewn with a sewing machine. And yes, is this beautiful? This is also by a client that was in this Afghan. The other thing I wanted to, the talents, I want to tell you, the talents that we get from these people, the people with developmental disabilities, is amazing. It really amazes you. If you want to see more of the items that have been pleased, please go to our booth. Fred, would you stand up and kind of give us a wave back in the back? He's got all kinds of information he could also give you. I want to thank all of you who participated in the Charity Week activities and the Charity Week Committee for giving us the opportunity to continue our mission. God bless you.
All right, thank you for inviting us back this year. My name's Natasha Palmer. I am the informational officer for the board of directors. I'm also the assistant district administrator for District 58. Our league has been providing softball and baseball to the local youth, ranging from Whitewater out to Cabazon to Cherry Valley, Beaumont, Banning, parts of the lower part of Idlewild area up there, since 2011. With that being said, we have grown each year in our players who come out, ranging from 4 years old up to 15 years old. 16, sorry, thank you. We have been growing so much that this past season we decided to take everything online, which was a challenge at first, but our numbers didn't fall. Our numbers didn't fall because we were still able to provide the equipment and things that we needed through the ability of our partners, for instance, you guys. Last year we were informed that our equipment, our bats and things were no longer going to be used. We were not going to be able to use them. We had to, new regulations, so we had to purchase new ones. We were able to do that. Half of what we have set aside, we're able through our local community partners who sponsor us. We also sent our board of directors this year, which is the first time since they've established in 2011, to training at Western Regional in San Bernardino for 3 days to learn the new changes of rules so that we can better the players. Make it a program where we can keep them safe, teach them the fundamental skills that they need. The biggest thing that we strive on is making sure that we build their character, because we're setting the next generation. With that being said, we are still looking for purchasing more equipment to allow the players that we have coming in that might not be able to, because we serve such a diversity of the community. We provide bats and helmets and things like that for them to use during the season so that we can keep them safe on the field.
I want to give a shout out to the people in the community, the businesses that support the efforts that we do to raise funds. Every year, every household receives a program book. It talks about the winners of events last year. It talks about the schedule for the week. And I encourage you to look through it and pay attention to it. If you have it still from this week, take a look at the advertisers. And I encourage you to use the people who buy these ads, because we raise over $20,000 net from this book. So it's really a big part of the funds that we raise. And it's because of these people that you see, these companies that are standing up and saying, we care about what you guys are doing because we know you're helping the community. Now, while I'm talking about the community, there's two groups of people that I don't like to introduce. They're preachers and politicians. And you know why? Because we're giving these people 2 minutes. Oh, Art, hi. Art Welch is here. Art Welch is here representing the city of Banning, and he's going to receive the Banning Senior Center money. And let's find out if he knows what the Banning Senior Center does.
I know all of you are surprised. A person as young as I am representing a senior center. But on behalf, and by the way, the staff at the senior center truly apologizes for not being here, but we have an emergency up there with 2 doors that are not ADA compliant and have to be fixed before the seniors can use the center. So most of the staff's up there tonight helping seniors in and out of the building. The senior center in the city of Banning is a very vital service to our seniors. All seniors are invited, and there's a whole plethora of services that are offered through the senior center, starting with just the sociability of life to a pantry that helps people in need to be fed, and everything in between. Counseling, they have one of the best bridge groups that you'll ever want to play in. You better be sharp on your game if you go up there. But it's an open center, open 7 days a week to take care of our seniors in the city of Banning. And I'm very proud tonight to be the representative for the senior center. And I want to say thank you to the Sun Lakes Charity Organization. this organization is just awesome, absolutely outstanding.
I'm Amy Herr. I'm the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club. We have been operating our programs here in the Pass area for 11 years. Started out at one location with 5 kids. I always tell the story, 2 of them were mine, and had the deck stacked just a little bit. Now we have 12 locations. We've just opened 2 new locations in Beaumont this year, and so we are going to have about 850 kids that are coming every single day now. It's pretty dang fabulous. And a year ago, we opened a teen center in downtown Banning. We would love to have you guys come down and visit. Completely gutted it and made it wonderful for our teens. We have 2 of our teen members here with us tonight that are part of our STEM program. So they do all that 3D printing, which looks really cool to me. I don't understand it, but it's really, really awesome. So please stop by and see them. I also want to personally thank David Keeley. He was instrumental in us getting our building designed. He offered his drafting skills to us and truly made the entire design for the inside of our building, so we're very, very appreciative of that. We have a number of different programs that we offer our kids, and always are needing volunteers. So if you have some wonderful skill that you would like to volunteer with our children, whether you can knit or crochet or paint or cook or whatever your skill may be, please grab a card and a volunteer application back there, and we'd love to have you come down and work with our kids. So our location is at 240 West Ramsey. We would love to have you come downtown Banning, just a little bit west of the movie theater. I'm not very good with directions, but so thank you very much for all of the support. Sun Lakes has supported us for many, many years, and every year we try to highlight a different part of our program. So come back and check that out, and hopefully we'll see you down at our location. So thank you very much.
Minutes here. First of all, I just want to thank all the Sun Lakers for all your hard work and for allowing us to be part of this event. It's a big deal to us, and we're just so grateful for it. In order to meet our mission of feeding the hungry in the Pass area, receiving this type of support is crucial to our mission. The funds donated by the Charitable Trust go to a general fund, which allow us to meet our needs of feeding about 1,200 meals a week, which is about 60,000 meals per year. We do this, and in order to do this, of course, there are expenses. There's plates and cups and everything else that you would need to have this happen each week. And these are big, large expenses, so we really, again, we are very grateful for this contribution. We operate 6 kitchens in the Pass area. We do free lunches 4 days a week. And we also offer a sense of community and safety to those who are unable to have this elsewhere. We do have a lot of families that are coming in that need food. The majority of the people we serve are seniors, and they are families that are displaced, or they are trying to make ends meet. They have a job, but they just can't make ends meet. We also provide some gently used clothing items, household items, as well as fresh produce that they can take home each time. We also have, we just moved into our new kitchen. Our Banning kitchen is located now at St. Kateri's Church in Banning, and we're very happy about that. We've been there for about a month, and that's another big expense that your charitable fund will help us help us do that. Also, this year is our 20-year anniversary. Carol's Kitchen's been open for 20 years in the Pass area, and thank you. And we will be having a gala event at the Morongo in October. So if anybody's interested or you'd like to be part of that, you can come to our booth, and we have more information on that. So again, thank you so much. We really appreciate you and all that you do.
Next, we're going to have Joe Firmino come up to make the next presentations. Joe is one of the founding members of the Sun Lakes Country Club Charitable Trust, and we appreciate his involvement.
They don't know how to get rid of me. We're going to begin tonight with the Catch-A-Star theatrical players, and if you haven't seen any of their shows downtown Beaumont, you got to go. I'll tell you, they're fabulous. Dick Meinholt.
Good evening. I'm the managing director of Catch-A-Star Theatrical Players, the community theater in Beaumont. I know many of you have been to our productions, and I thank you, Joe, for that commercial. I want to thank also the Charitable Trust for the contributions that they have made to us over the last 6 years. We just finished our 7th youth drama camp about 2 weeks ago, and it was a tremendous success. Would not be possible without the donation of the trust. The kids this year were 10 to 16 years old, and they learn a little bit about theater. They learn about acting. They learn about backstage, and they actually audition for and perform in a one-time performance on the last day of the camp. This year it was a little play called For Feet's Sake, which essentially was trimmed down Little Mermaid. Those who attended, parents, it's always open to the public, and the parents and even some guests from the lakes came, and everybody just had a great time. And the kids were so much more open and controlled, I guess, and mature when they left the camp. And that's thanks in part to the Charitable Trust and its donation. And again, we thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for having us back for another year. We really appreciate it. For those of you that don't know about Child Help, we're an 84-bed facility located here in Beaumont. We're much more than just a group home. We are a residential treatment center for children that have been severely neglected or abused in some manner, whether that be mentally, physically, most of them sexually. They come and stay at our facility until they graduate their treatment program, and then we move them on to our lower level of care. The majority of kids that come to Child Help come with pretty much nothing, and what they do come with, they come with dragging in bags, trash bags, so to speak. So what we do at Child Help when they get there, because we're all strangers, is we give them a blanket, we give them a hygiene kit, we give them a stuffed animal, and then they get a brand new bike. What Sun Lakes funds provide for our kids are new bikes on an ongoing basis. And we're so fortunate to have a group of 5 guys here from Sun Lakes, Joe being one of them, who come on a weekly basis every Thursday, and they match the kid up with a bike, and they repair all the bikes, and then they get coffee and donuts, right, Joe? So as of January 1st, there's been 2 new AB laws that require our kids to move on after 6 months. It's unfortunate because it's not really about what's the best interest of the kids, it's about the cost that it keeps to keep the kids there. My point in telling you that is our turnover rate is going to be even higher now. We're going to be treating more kids frequently. That means more bikes. So your funds and helping support our organization are really what we need to keep the program going. So we thank you.
I'm Tanya McCarewich, president of the Friends of the Banning Library. And with your generous donation last year, we were able to purchase a greatly needed new PA system, sound system in the library, and shelves for the library's historian antiques collection, and assist the library with purchasing an automatic door for Americans with the Disability Act. Since 2013, the Friends have awarded Banning High School seniors with the Daisy McCleary Memorial Scholarship. And beginning in 2019, we will give the first Gail Preparian Memorial Scholarship called the Sandy Hope Scholarship for Banning High School seniors interested in veterinarian studies. The name is for Gail's dog and her friend Brenda's dog. Both Daisy and Gail were Sun Lakers and on the Friends board and Banning community activists. They were really wonderful women. For the past 2 years, friends have been purchasing graduation books for the Head Start program in Banning. And beginning in July, we started a new program called Baby's First Library, giving books to newborn babies in the San Gorgonio Hospital. And we have Spanish ones and, you know, and cute little books and all decorated. You can see it over at our table. And last Christmas, we purchased 2 8-foot noble fir Christmas trees for the library, and in the children's section and in the regular part of the library. And the children made decorations for them. And this year, we want to continue it as a tradition because they've never had live Christmas trees there. So on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Friends of the Banning Library, I'd like to thank the Sun Lakes Charitable Fund for helping us to continue our partnership between the library and the community.
Thank you, everybody, for having us here. I represent about 85 volunteers that we run HELP. HELP is our local food pantry here in Banning. We've had HELP for, this is our 36th year. And for the better part of the 36 years, we had support from Sun Lakes Charities. What we do, we give a shopping basket of food to the needy families in our communities from Banning, Bowman, all over the Pass area. And we're also the recipients, the local recipients for the USDA staples, which helps us quite a bit. All in all, we gave out last year over 500,000 pounds of food to our needy families in Banning. And we're on track to do the same thing again this year. So thank you, Sun Lake Charities, and thank you, everybody, for supporting us.
I'm Dr. Mark Hodnick. I am the board president for the Habitat for Humanity San Gorgonio PASS area. And most people have heard of us. Most people have somebody who's been involved with Habitat. I hear that all the time. Oh, my brother-in-law, twice removed, used to work with you guys. What we're both best known for is building houses. And we do that. In fact, our affiliate will be starting a house here in Banning later this fall. We've been working on all the preliminary stuff pretty actively for about the last 2 years to get a house built, and it's all about to come together here in the next couple of months. We're very excited about that. But lesser known what we do is a program that we have called A Brush with Kindness. And A Brush with Kindness is a program by which people who are unable financially to maintain their houses contact us, and we send our volunteers out and we repair their houses for them at no charge, which is what Habitat does. It is the money that we receive from Sun Lakes Charities that helps fund that particular program. And it's a program where we not only impact a family or a house, but we impact whole neighborhoods because we make the houses much nicer and we give them back their pride of ownership. So on behalf of the Board of Directors for the Habitat San Gorgonio PASS area and all of the family we serve, we really thank you for the generosity from Sun Lakes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for having us. My name is Richard Giese, and I happen to have the pleasure of serving on the Board of Directors for the Mount San Jacinto Community College Foundation. The foundation does a number of things in support of the institution. Our major function is to provide scholarships for students. Last year, we awarded over $500,000 to hundreds of deserving students. In addition, we also support the college with items that they cannot otherwise find using state funds. For instance, if we need staff development, state monies cannot be utilized for that. Or if they need materials to be developed, they can't use state money. So the foundation steps up and provides the extra funding. Thank you so much. This is really significant commitment to the college and the foundation, and we assure you that we will make sure that deserving students receive it. Thank you.
Beverly Simmons. Beverly Simmons chairs our Charity Week the last couple of years, and we're really glad that you can make some presentations.
Thank you.
Are you next? No, okay.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming. It's great to see everybody here. Before I start, I just want to take a second to thank everybody in Sun Lakes for all the contributions, all that you did for Charity Week. I do this every time I thank you guys. Okay, first up we have Lisa Foster from House of Decision.
I'm from the House of Decision, and I'm here to thank you guys so much. House of Decision was started 20 years ago because there was a real need in our community to help the women and their children. So it was started, and through the 20-plus years we've been doing this, we've probably helped over 4,000 women and children be from being unhealthy, broken people to being whole, contributing members of society. House of Decision is unique because it takes women from all different stages: domestic violence, CPS cases, just plain homelessness, and it brings them in and pours into them spiritually. It's a faith-based program that offers Bible studies and teaches you how to be spiritually whole. It's also a program that will help you with your CPS case or any of your needs, legal paperwork. They not only help you and help represent you, but they drive you to wherever you need to go and take you all the way back. We've had many, since I've been there for 2 years, many children be reunified through CPS to the mothers. And, but especially financially, they, unlike a lot of programs, take you as you are. They don't expect you to financially contribute. It's not at all a condition of being there. If you need food, they have refrigerators and freezers full of food. They provide the housing, and they're able to do that because of awesome people like you in the community that believe in us and that help us support them so they can be healthy people themselves. So, thank you.
She mentioned something about refrigerators or freezers and food, and the Sun Lakes Country Club Charitable Trust receives those kinds of appliances, and it's hard for us to sell them, but we help you by giving you a charitable contribution. So we have a number of calls that we get. There's an article in the monthly magazine that we get, the Lifestyles magazine, so you can call a couple of us. Our phone numbers are there, and we have helped them with computers and with things that they need and they use. BJ Stavnis tells me, David, can you imagine 55 people using a refrigerator or a stove? They don't last very long, so they do wear out, and so that's something that we do to help the charities in addition to our volunteering and in addition to the money that we give them. So consider that. Thanks a lot. You people that see this on our television 97, pay attention. Thanks a lot.
We go to Kaiser Fontana Hospital Children's Wing and are able to present them with things that they can do while they're in bed taking their treatments, and a lot of them are long-term patients there. Our superheroes, show them a picture. You got the picture? You have the little picture of it. Anyway, we have all the superheroes from Disney, and the kids get so excited about it. This Tuesday will be our 99th visit there. Without you guys helping us get the things we need, you get a chance, stop by our booth. There's a video going right now. We also partner with Feeding America. And that being said, we have 2 food outreaches, one at the Chapter Center, the second Tuesday of the month from 9 to 11. And then we have another one on the 4th Saturday of the month at Revelier Park. And that one goes from 9 till 12. Anyway, so if anybody in need of food can stop by and pick up whatever they do need. And the other thing too, this last year we were able to feed 32,982 clients because of you, because of all the things that you do for us. Thank you so much from all of us at Kids Cares to all of you. You guys do an amazing job, and we love you. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Good evening. I'm the president of the PASS area Supporting Soldiers. This is an organization that was started about 9 years ago, and we send boxes to servicemen and women who are serving outside of the United States. In the last 9 years, we've sent over 4,000 boxes. And the money that we use from here helps to pay the postage. It costs almost $18 a box to send. We have items that, there's a list of items over there at the table that if you want to donate, I'll be happy to collect. And they're just everyday items, that food items, hygiene items, and then puzzles or books or games or cards and things like that. But the main thing we need right now is we need the names and mailing addresses, the APO address of any serviceman that you, or woman, that you know. If you have grandchildren, nephews, nieces that are serving in the armed forces, please let us know. We usually send one person about 10 boxes, and they get to have enough for their whole unit. So they usually all come and they open them up and share everything inside. So if you have anybody, please come over to the table and just put your name and email, and then you can give me their address if you don't have it with you. And I want to thank the Charitable Trust for their donation, which helps us do our next mailing, which will be in November. This will be our Christmas mailing. We'll mail in Christmas.
First of all, thank you to Sun Lakes Charities and all our friends and neighbors in Sun Lakes for supporting us and these other fine organizations. For those of you who don't know who we are, PASS Job Connection, we help people with their job search activities. We have a job club that meets at the Banning Community Center every Wednesday morning. So if you get bored being retired, you can come and see us, and we'll help you with your resume. We'll help you with your job search activities, and we'll help you with interviewing. However, most of our clients are in the county jail and in drug recovery. Yes, I go to jail quite regularly, and so does our volunteers. And you'll be surprised at the amount of assistance that they really need. They also need help with life skills. So if you're interested in getting a free pass in and out of jail, come by the table and see us, and we'll talk to you. It's very rewarding. Like I said, we work in drug recovery. We help mostly ladies with their job search. But thanks to you, we're able to print some books to help them, some handouts. And without you, we couldn't do that. So if you're in the neighborhood on a Wednesday morning at the community center, stop by and see us. And like I said, if you want to go to jail, let us know.
Before I make my last presentation, I'm looking out here and I see all the so many volunteers who helped with Charity Week. Can you all stand up? Come on, let's up. Look at all. This is who helped raise all this money. Now, any of you who didn't stand up and would like to be part of our team next year, please feel free to talk to anybody who did stand up or come see me. We're going to have another fun, wild year, and we welcome all the help that we can get. So please think about it. It's very rewarding. We have a great time.
The San Gorgonio PASS, the San Gorgonio Education Foundation was chartered to specifically help do fundraising for schools in the city of Banning. Despite its name, it is strictly for Banning. One of our programs that we worked on over the summer, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news, but there was a little strike at the schools this past couple of weeks. And we had been gearing up, before we knew anything like that was going to happen, to provide back-to-school gift care packages for new teachers. And we thought we'd probably have a dozen new teachers coming to the district, where we would provide pencils and staplers and tape and things that they probably couldn't get without that first paycheck. And well, they're 3 days short of a new paycheck. So there were 45 new teachers this year. And this gift that you guys are providing helps us with that. We also provided a $2,000 grant to the school district's nutrition services department for literal seed money to establish school gardens at the elementary schools. We also sponsor the children's art program. It's an art contest, the winners of which we use as designs for note cards and postcards that we use for our publicity and technically as a fundraiser. And off the top of my head, that's all I can remember. But thank you very much for your support. It helps us support the schools.
Next, board member Gaylord Spence.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to bring up the representative from San Gorgonio Memorial Hospital.
We have 9 chaplains at San Gorgonio Memorial Hospital, 7 of which are certified. Well, we would like to express our gratitude to the Sun Lakes Club Charity Trust for your generous contribution to our Chaplains Fund. We have no other income except through your kindness. With these funds that you entrust us with, we are able to buy Bibles in Spanish and in English for those patients who request them, and they do request Bibles. In addition, we have pamphlets that are available dealing with grief, stress, when you feel life is meaningless and without purpose, and lastly, the pamphlet entitled When You're Facing Death. We continue to provide social workers at the hospital with RTA, commuter bus, and pass transit tickets for those patients who have no other means to get where they need to go, whether it's home, the hospital, or a rehabilitation center. San Gorgonio Memorial Hospital asked us, chaplains, if we could provide 50 blankets and 80 sweatpants and tops to the homeless and indigent patients who need clothes when they are discharged. So $200 was donated to this special and worthy fund. This year, 4 wheelchairs and 6 walkers were donated. And then we set up a special project called SOS. It's a fund to provide transportation or other critical services to those patients who have no other resources to funds or services. We set aside $500 for that purpose. The money is used to take a patient to a hospital for special treatment, to a resident care facility, or to a doctor for consultation. There are very strict rules created to guide the disbursement of this fund, and so far almost $100 has been used. And last but not least, we were able to help to fund to buy water for over 700 kids participating in the Banning annual backpack giveaway program sponsored by Faith in Action and the Banning School District. Once again, we thank you for your kindness and your generosity to the Chaplains Fund.
Thank you. So my name is Maida Cox, and I am the president of the San Gorgonio Memorial Hospital Foundation. And I, too, would like to encourage you to visit our booth. First, because we have some little giveaways. We have candy, and everybody loves candy. So that's a little trick to get you back there. But also we have little purse-size first aid kits and some information about our upcoming fundraiser. So go visit Siobhan Lopez. She's our director of the foundation. We have a mission just to provide and improve the community's health and health care that the San Gorgonio Memorial Hospital provides. The funds that the foundation raises are used to purchase new equipment for supplementing and expanding our ever-growing patient care services. Last year, with some of the funds that we were gifted, we were able to purchase 2 EKG machines for our echo and cardiac department. We do about 15,000 EKGs a year, so you can see how much that benefited those in our community. We are so honored to be selected as one of the recipients of the funds that you have raised through the Sun Lakes Charity Week again, and we know how much time goes in and work goes into planning the charity events throughout the year, and we thank you all for all your efforts. We just think that the spirit of the Sun Lakes residents and this community is so remarkable, and we are blessed to be one of the nonprofits that benefits from those efforts. Again, we're proud of the growing friendship and partnership that we've been able to enjoy with the staff and the residents of Sun Lakes over the years. Your gifts have allowed us to expand our building, our patient care services, and provide much needed technology and equipment for our patients. Through the generosity of the Sun Lakes Charitable Trust, this year we'll be able to help purchase a new MRI monitoring system that will accompany the new MRI machine that we recently installed. So we're looking forward to continuing to provide quality health care in our community, and these are the types of things that you help us do for our friends and our neighbors and everyone in our community. Thank you again.
Thank you very much. My name is Officer Darren Meyer. I am the Public Information Officer with the San Gorgonio PASS. Your neighbors right down the street. Art Welch promised there'd be donuts. I brought extra officers, and there's no donuts. We'll work that out. I know where he lives. The charitable contribution goes to 2 501c3 nonprofit groups at our office. One of them is our senior volunteers, and the other is our explorers. The explorers are 15 to 21-year-olds that are looking for maybe a career in law enforcement. We teach them discipline and structure and the dynamics of law enforcement and PT and all the good things that they need to be a good, get into a career, maybe law enforcement or fire. So portion of those charitable funds go to that program. The other portion will go to our senior volunteer program, our senior volunteer 55 and up program. And that program is designed for seniors that want to give back to their community. And we have many Sun Lake members that do that. On the back table is a fingerprint machine. And that's for children that want to get fingerprinted. Parents want to get them fingerprinted in case they get lost. Those fingerprints allow, hopefully, the parents to be reunited with those children. And that's some of the things that the funds will get will go to purchase. One of the next goals for the senior volunteers is for a costume, a chipper costume, a mascot costume, so we can reach out to the children, teach them about bike safety, teach them about seatbelt safety, teach them about being safe on the street and stranger danger. So thank you very much for your contributions. You guys are awesome.
Hi, I am the chair of Banning Stagecoach Days, and just to give you guys a little bit of history of Banning Stagecoach Days, it was actually started in 1957. We are celebrating our 61st year this year, and it was started as Pioneer Days. It then eventually switched over to Stagecoach Days, and in the 80s and 90s, it reached its peak. It's bounced around between the City of Banning and the Banning Chamber of Commerce. And then in 2006, it became a nonprofit organization. And since 2006, it's been operating as a nonprofit organization. It's all volunteer ran. None of us get paid. It is only one weekend a year. However, we work an entire year. We've already actually started back in April planning 2019. So we are very appreciative of the funds that we receive to help us pay for the parade, the carnival, the rodeo. We have kids that participate in the rodeo, and we're creating future generations of rodeo and keeping it alive. So thank you to Sun Lakes Charities.
Hello, my name is Daryl Smith. I'm president of Table of Plenty, and we operate a food bank, a pantry, and a soup kitchen at 2 separate locations where we provide groceries and hot meals. I'd like to recognize everybody in the sapphire blue, all volunteers at Table of Plenty, all residents of Sun Lakes. This is a group that's part of a larger group of volunteers that enable Table of Plenty to feed up to 4,000 people a month and provide groceries up to 4,000 people a month. And all the while, as a group, this will be our 3rd year that we've been able to operate as 100% volunteers. We have no paid staff members at all. So I'm very, very proud of that. This will be our 3rd year of being 100% volunteers. But the question really has to be answered or asked, does Table of Plenty have merit? Does Table of Plenty bring value to the community? A while back, someone asked me whether or not I went to church. And I thought about it, and I said, I do. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. They said, well, what do they teach you? I said, they tell you that If there's a stranger on the street, invite them in. They tell you that if they're thirsty, give them something to drink. And if they're hungry, feed them. And if they're sad, comfort them. So if you ask me whether or not Table of Plenty has merit, yes. Do we provide value to the community? Absolutely. And I want to thank you for everything you do for us, because we will be good stewards of the money that you donate to Table of Plenty. Thank you very much.
Isn't this fun? Karen Clavelo is going to come now, and she put this event together tonight like she did last year, and the board really appreciates the next presentations.
Well, we have a wonderful lady coming up right now. She loves all of you, but I think she loves the animals more. Tender Loving Critters, Ellen Carr.
Well, hello. I hear everyone is giving their titles, so I will tell you mine. I have two. I am the Chief Pooper Scooper, and I am also the guardian of the litter boxes. All kidding aside, not really, I'm kind of a lighthearted person. Thank you so much for the donation that you give us. Tender Loving Critters is and has always been 100% volunteer, and 100% of every donation that comes to us goes directly to the care of the critters. Medical, which means visits to the vet, spay and neutering, microchipping, pet food, cat food, dog food, and a few supplies, mostly puppy pads and litter. We go through a lot of litter. But I just want, I really said, I want you to know that not one person gets a dime, because they have to go through me first, and it won't work. No, we have very great volunteers, and this is my 20th year sort of leading the critters. And I'd like to thank all of you for your donations and for all the people that donate to us from the public, because that is where we get our main funding. This gift that you give us is kind of like the icing on the cake. We get our main funding from people. And so I would just want to say thank you very much.
The support of Sun Lakes Charities last year helped the Cultural Alliance to continue to offer opportunities to children through our Young Artists Workshop to appreciate art and discover their talent. Your generous contribution allowed the organization to add a very successful Arty Party day camp at the end of this school year that served over 40 children in a 2-week period. The Cultural Alliance is requesting that you continue to support our Young Artists Workshop, the Fall Youth Art Show, Participants in PASS Has Talent, and the Arty Party Day Camp, which will be adding 2 all-day youth arts festivals, one during the 2018 Christmas holidays and the other in the 2019 spring break. The Alliance is fortunate to have highly talented and skilled visual and performing artists, craftspeople, and photographers to work with our youth so that their participation in our programs is more than recreational in nature. Alliance programs are structured activities that also teach a disciplined approach to accomplishing goals and achieving tangible successes. And I firmly believe that that art and music open up young people's minds to see the world differently no matter what's going on in their world. And it also helps keep the older minds from closing. Thank you very much for your contribution.
I just want to thank the Sun Lakes Charitable Trust for your kindness toward a little cause that makes sure that, is that better? Okay, sorry about that. We just want to thank you for your kindness to us. We offer the help that we all hope we'll never need ourselves or for our families. when children die in this community and the family is cash-strapped and struggling, we're able to be called by the mortuaries and the school system, law enforcement, and even the military. We helped an active duty military person when his 2 children died at birth just a couple weeks ago out at 29 Palms. So we want to make sure that families get financial support for a proper, dignified, and kind funeral for their child. So thank you very much for your kindness to us.
Our post was made up of mostly volunteers, and they that served in the combat zones. The important part of the note is that we receive no money from the government. I don't know how many times I've had more people say, well, how much money do you get from the government? We didn't get a dime, not a single penny. All the money that we receive is from benefactors and benefits and from our fundraisers. We do golf tournaments, buddy poppies, USO shows. I think some of you had that here, and also the auto and motorcycle show. We have, the volunteers are 100% not paid, so we don't receive a dime. Everything that we get in from you and everything from our charities goes to the vets. Desert Post 233 is grateful for your donations and for the benefactors of 2017 and 18. With those funds, 146 local vets and their families. We will, as well as financially assistance, monetary support for veterans programs in the amount of $17,216 that last year. We're hoping it's going to be a lot more this year. Our post has provided for, support for veterans who are long-term patients of Jerry Paris Veterans Administration Hospital in Loma Linda, the All-Service YMCA in 29 Palms, Fisher House Foundation, VA Golden Age and Wheelchair Games, Beaumont High School ROTC, the CHP Explorer Post 2655, Pass Area Veterans Expo, Pass Area Support Soldiers, and National Home for Children and Widows. In addition to the veterans provide honor guard service for the fallen veterans, which they receive rifle salute, taps, and folding of the presentation of flag to their veteran, to their kin. We also have color guard services for the cities and communities, events and parades. Needless to say that without the community and without the support, this would never happen. And I wish to thank you all for your help, and my brothers and sisters, thank you.
Thank you very much for being here. Okay, everybody, we've given away $100,000. And we've all worked hard, but the people that work the hardest are our PCM staff that help us in the background. They're doing our recording tonight. They did all of our work about bringing things on the stage. And Jason, who's head of our rec department, we couldn't do anything for Charity Week or tonight without them. It's wonderful to get together and renew our friendships and realize that we all work for causes bigger than our little worlds. Thank you for being here, and I encourage you to mingle with the different charities and come again next year, and everybody volunteer for Charity Week. Thank you, David.